Welcome to my channel. I am so glad you're here. This is the very first video that I am putting out of my art studio. Today I want to introduce you to an old art form. It's called papier-mâché, or what they say, chewed paper. I do not suggest chewing paper or spitting it through straws because you will get in trouble. Today I want to introduce you to some trinket bowls, or small bowls, large bowls, vases. You can make anything out of papier-mâché, just about. Sculptures, jewelry. It's amazing. Something I've been very interested in for quite a while. May lead back to the chewed paper through the straw thing. So anyway, I want to show you a few things. I'm just going to step out of the picture for a minute. But these are what I'm talking about. Kind of looks like that movie that came out, second movie sequence that has these types of outfits on them. Here's another. This, how whimsical. Looks like the ocean. Love the colors, blue, white combination. This one is going to kind of be the same color and kind that we're going to do today, using this papier-mâché batter. Don't eat the batter. But that's what it's going to look like, little boho design. This one right here is made of coffee. That's for a different video. This one right here. This one, I think I'm going to have to put these down because I can't get them apart. Oh my goodness. Okay. These made of papier-mâché, covered in or decoupaged with a map style print. Here's another one, just like it. These are amazing little bowls. They're pretty heavy too, and durable. And then you have a pink one and you have a purple one. So let's get down to showing you how we do this. This is a fun little project you can do at home. You can do with your kiddos. It's eco-friendly and it's amazing. Okay, so first off, in a bowl, you are going to want a bowl. Doesn't matter what kind of bowl. You're going to put some all-purpose flour. You're going to put some salt, teaspoon, tablespoon of salt somewhere in there, and you're going to add some water. You're going to get yourself a whisk. You can buy these at the dollar stores all around. You're going to want to whisk it up and make sure you get all the lumps out of it. You can also sift this flour if you want, or you can just use your arm muscles and you just whisk away until those flour balls have disappeared. Okay, next you're going to get you a little tray, because this gets definitely messy, and you're going to want to cover up your area with some kind of newspaper or covering or plastic wrap or whatever you got. It just makes cleanup so much easier. You can pick up these little trinket bowls. You can pick them up at the dollar store. You can pick them up anywhere. You can use bowls you have in your house. You can use plastic bowl. You can use a glass bowl. You can use anything you want to use for your mold. Okay, so we're gonna lay this down here. You're gonna need some cling wrap or plastic wrap, because you're gonna have to cover this bowl. Oh, but first off, let's give it a spray. So a little bit of oil. You can use oil, put it on a paper towel, rub it on your tray or whatever you're using, bowl, tray, vase. You're going to take this plastic wrap and you're going to cover it up. Kind of helps the plastic wrap stick to the mold or whatever you're using a lot easier. Glass, not so much. You probably don't have to worry about it with glass, but you will most likely with plastic. You are also going to need some sorted paper towels. I would suggest a more thicker paper towel than a thin paper towel, because they hold up better. Okay, so we're gonna take a paper towel, we're gonna dip it. Oop, I'm gonna take my rings off. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get all of those dirty, messy. We're gonna dip it into this batter or mixture. Don't eat the batter. I mean, you could eat the batter. I wouldn't suggest eating the batter. But you're gonna take this paper towel that you've got soaked in this mixture, and you're just gonna lay it right over this mold, just like this. And what we're gonna do is we are just going to keep layering these paper towels across this mold until you have some sort of thickness. I mean, there needs to be some sort of thickness. Don't worry so much if it breaks off, just put it right on there. The great thing about these little trinket bowls is no matter how many you make, none of them turn out the same, which that's what the beauty of papier-mâché is. Kind of reminds me of the ocean, like ocean waves. So we're gonna keep dipping and layering. Dipping and layering, dipping and layer, dipping, layer, dipping, layer, dipping, layer, layer. So while we're doing this, so the whole point of me starting a YouTube channel is I wanted to share with the world how therapeutic art is. Depending on what kind of art form you choose. I mean, it could be watercolor, it could be acrylics, it could be painting on canvas, painting on wood, painting on block, brick, rock. I mean, you name it, walls. Graffiti is amazing. I wouldn't suggest graffitiing anything that didn't belong to you, but art is very therapeutic. Hence the word, tar art and therapy. And our little slogan is painting on purpose. So anyway, you're gonna want to keep layering. I'm gonna get this closer to you guys to see if you can see this a little bit better. So you're gonna keep layering. You're gonna wanna get all of the air bubbles out of it because that's gonna help this project to dry. And you don't want a lot of air bubbles because then what ends up happening is later on down the road, years from now, because these things last forever, or can, if you seal them. Make sure you seal them with some sort of Mod Podge or some sort of clear sealant. If not, because they are eco-friendly, naturally, the bugs enjoy eating on them if you do not seal them. If you want, you don't have to waste these little pieces. You can always just stick it right on here. It's not going to hurt it none. It'll just make it thicker. I absolutely love just plain, natural products in general. I mean, you know, like the off-white or the antique white or the cream or whatever you want to call it. Goes with just about any home decor. And these are great little gifts that you can give to friends and family, birthdays, Christmas. You could make little gift baskets out of them and put little stuff in them to give as gifts. You can use them as trinket bowls around your house just to put loose change in, or earrings, or whatever it is that you want to put in them. They're bowls, they're versatile, purposeful. That's why we're painting on purpose. Okay, so you're going to keep wanting to layer that till it gets pretty thick. It's kind of a feel thing as you begin to do this art, doing paper mache. You'll just get a feel of it. You'll know as you go along how many layers something is going to need. Of course, you know, some of the bigger bowls require more layers. Some of the smaller bowls require less layers. Some of the vases require more layers. That's for another video. I will do those in other videos as we go along with this paper mache art form. So let's see here. I'm gonna do one or two more. So you're just want to you're gonna want to layer this back and forth. So you don't want too many layers on one side, not enough on the other. I mean, you're gonna have to balance it, of course. Don't worry if it rips, just lay it right on there. It's such a great little idea that you can even do with your grandkids, kids, friends, doesn't matter. Yourself. I love art. I use it for therapy. It's amazing. I think it started way back in junior high. I just loved art. I took probably every art class I could possibly take in school. Love to draw, love to paint. This is one of my favorite things to do. Definitely hands-on. And what the amazing thing about this is when it dries, and that usually takes anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to dry. And I'll show you in another video, once this trinket bowl is dry, then I'll show you what we can do to it. We can paint it, we can put embellishments on it, we can leave it the color that it is. I mean, you do you, boo-boo, whatever you want, whatever your little heart desires when it comes to art. That's what makes art so unique and beautiful. I mean, look at the world around us. It's nothing but a huge art project. Okay, so this little trinket bowl has little, right here, this is one, these little loop-de-doo petal looking things in it, and I really love that. So I'm gonna try to push this down to where when it does dry that it has that in it. So going back to paper mache, I believe it was first invented in, what was it, China, I believe. I think so, back in the 200 Han or Han Dynasty. Yeah, it dates back a long time, and they used them for masks and helmets and jewelry, and you know, of course, it gets shared throughout the countries, and everybody gets a little piece of the pie, and everybody starts, you know, using this sort of art form for all kinds of different things. I mean, I love the bowl. I love bowls. I love bowls and baskets. I love putting things in bowls and baskets instead of just laying out all over the place in counters or on the floor or whatever. You can always make you a little bowl and put it right in there. And it doesn't matter what size. You can make any size bowl out of paper mache. So anyway, this is what it looks like. And what we're going to do is put it on a little drying rack. If my husband brought this home, so I just put my trinket or my bowls or whatever I'm doing on this. It's a great little drying rack, and like I said, it takes anywhere from about 24 to 48 hours to actually, for these to actually dry completely, depending on the region that you're in. I mean, I'm in Florida, So it's humid all the time. There's humidity in the air all the time. So it takes a little while. That's why I said about 48 hours. I'll do another video. I'll show you how to take it off of the mold and I'll show you what we can do with it. We can paint it, we can leave it alone, we can do anything that your little heart desires to it. Okay, so we're gonna put that right up there. We're gonna let that dry. In about 48 hours, we're gonna come back, we're gonna take that off the mold. We may add some paint, we may put watercolor, I don't know. We'll see what happens and what kind of mood we're in. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you wanna see the next video, of course, it should be somewhere. Have a great day, see you next time.